Brilliant. So this is Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Andrew Joicey on your left and Tommy McDonagh on your right, trainer and heavyweight prospect respectively. Guys, just tell us first of all how you came together initially.
Well, I was doing my boxing class and he walked in at my 7 o'clock class on a Monday and he goes, can you help me train? I was like, yeah, not a problem. And then straight away after the class, he's asking for sparring. I said, we've got a bit of a problem here. You're 6'6", 102 kilos. And all I had was like 3 cruiserweights and he's just too big for him. So I did a bit of phoning around, managed to get him a bit of sparring at Don Charles's gym in Finchley, pub gym. And then that was when the journey started, really. It was definitely the unknown for me because I was like, this kid better be able to box because I'd only trained him once in a class on and took him on the pads for about a couple of minutes. But yeah, he sparred a lad called Harry Armstrong, who had 27 amateur fights, 3 professional fights, and he did surprisingly well. And then obviously we get invited back for the next spar, and I thought brilliant. Don said, "Oh, I've got a cruiserweight you can spar, move around with." I thought perfect. We can get a smaller guy so we can practice a few of the things that we've been working on in the gym. The cruiserweight ends up being Jordan Thompson, 6'7", even taller than Tom, and 10 wins, 9 knockouts. So thrown straight into the deep end. But yeah, we like. Even you asked Don, like he just jumps in the ring and just swims, like he's not sinking.
And Tom, tell us a little bit about your background because I'm assuming you haven't just come in fresh off the street, never boxed in your life before, and suddenly handling good class cruiserweights and heavyweights.
Well, I did a bit of small bit of boxing with my father. My father obviously taught me how to box, but I was never in no boxing gyms or boxing clubs. Just doing obviously a small bit at home, myself, my dad and brothers. And then obviously I was back in Ireland and living in Galway. But I said I wanted to change for myself. So I came over here, I got talking to my wife's brother Tom, and he said there's a club down there, Andrew Joicey's. So I said, how about you wouldn't mind going down for a class? So I went down and basically got to kicking off from there now. So it's all looking good so far.
Yeah. So far, so good.
To be honest, the first time when he started asking for sparring, I thought, who the hell do you think you are? Like, we haven't built up no relationship, but he's just game as. Like, he wants it. He's hungry. And that was encouraging for me as a trainer. Like, you get the talk, you hear it all the time, but then you get someone like him, he turns up and he actually... People are talking about him at the end of the spar, saying, where's he from, what's he done, this, that and the other. And when they hear that he's got no amateur pedigree, they're like, you're joking me. Like, and they're, you know, and it's really encouraging to see someone that actually, you know, he wants to do this. You know, boxing's one of the hardest sports. And we get on well as well. He's a fighter. And I like people who turn up and just, you know, do the fighting, let their fists do the talking.
And Tommy, just tell us a little bit about how the sparring went and how would you describe your own style in the ring?
Well, like obviously it was good spars. Obviously, like I look forward obviously to getting the spars because it helped me bring me on a bit more. And obviously when you're up against these top lads, it's good for me to get in the spars. My style of boxing, same as anyone really, just do whatever you can do, really, innit? I take it from there.
You know, we're still developing, really, because he's 6'6", but he's only like just over 100 kilos. He fluctuates between 99 kilos and 102 kg. He struggles to keep the weight on at the moment. So we're still laying the foundations, but all we can do is just work sensibly and just keep on improving.
I'll be honest, I'm grateful obviously for the spars obviously that I've been getting. It's obviously it's helped me to prove me on a lot more. So I look forward to the spars, to be honest.
Is there anyone, Andrew, that Tommy reminds you of?
Do you know what? He might reminded me a bit of Fury, a tiny little bit, and just because of the size, and but he's better looking. And but yeah, not really. The thing that I really like is he doesn't fold. You know, when you're putting him in there with big guys, these are like we spied George Fox as well. These guys are a big guy. They're bigger than him, and they're like about 3 stone heavier than him. And he's going in there and he's giving a real good account of himself. You know what happens in sparring stays at the gym. It's just sparring because they're probably working on things that they've been trying to develop in the gym, and that's the same with us. We're still getting to know each other, and the process, you know, it's just drills and repetition. There's not much magic formula here. It's just consistent good work, and I'd like to say thank you to Don because he's a proper gentleman, and the Evolved Boxing Academy. There's a lad over there that we've been sparring, Jamie Smith. He's a small ball fighter, and he's brilliant. It gives him a real good tough spar, and he's a cruiserweight. But we're just grateful for any help that we can actually get, because boxing sort of like today, the British Boxing Board of Control have announced for January there's going to be no boxing. So I'm hoping that's just because we're nearly there now. They're going to find a vaccine. We're going to start getting the vaccines out, and then we can get back to some normality. Like, I'm very optimistic, so that's what I hope anyway. Because boxing at the moment has been my outlet, and I've looked forward to training the fighters and the lads at the gym, and it gives me a bit of a break from reality.
So, Tommy, are you committed to this journey now, like staying in the UK, going into getting your professional license and seeing where you can get to?
Yeah, obviously I enjoy it. Basically, it's keeping me healthy and fit, and I enjoy what I do. So just see where it goes from here, really.
Just tell us a little bit about yourself. Do you come from a big family? Have you got? You said you're married. Have you got kids of your own yet? What do you get up to outside of boxing?
Yeah, I'm married. I got 1 kid, and just really outside from boxing, just spending time with the family, and just obviously. To be honest with you, all I really do is boxing, family, eat and sleep. That's basically all I really do. So it's a good foundation. Keeps me healthy, keeps me fine. Mindset is perfect. So that's basically all I want, really, to be honest.
And Andrew, what's the timeline now in terms of applying for that BBBFC license and getting him out at some point in the future?
Well, I'll be looking into that and sending out any emails, and they can send us the relevant forms, and we'll just get the ball rolling, because we're going to be ready by the time we come out of this pandemic. I want him to get out on the show straight away, whether it's on the small ball or if it's with one of the big guys. I definitely, we want anyone to come and help and take a look at him, because he's an extreme. Like, it's very rare that you actually get a big lad, and they can actually fight. I've had it all the time. Lads walking through the door telling me they're this, they're that, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then you spend a bit of time with them, and they're just full of waffle. This kid, he's just surprised me, and I'm enjoying the journey as much as him. You know, I used to box myself, and when I stopped boxing, it was a hard transition, turning over from boxer to trainer. You know, and it doesn't happen overnight. You don't get people that just walk to your gym and walk to your facilities. It's you got to bide your time. One of my friends once said, he said, you never know, Andy. He said, you open up your own place, you never know who's going to walk through your door. You could have the next heavyweight champion of the world. So we're just,
Tommy.
Yeah, no pressure.
That's good stuff. All right, well, before we let you go, Tommy, have you on social media, have you got any social media handles you can throw out there for people to catch up with you?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Tommy McDonagh 1, and you can get it up on Andrew Joicey.
Yeah, Joicey's Boxing on Instagram. I upload everything that we're doing with Tom, doing the journey. At the minute, even though we're in the gym for this interview, we actually do a lot of the training outside now, and we're taking advantage of that. We take the kettlebells with us, the weights, take the pads, and yeah, we're everyone's like, look at them mental people out there training, but we're just enjoying it, making the best of the situation that we're in at the moment.
Great stuff. Well, it was a pleasure to catch up with you lads, and best of luck with the rest of the journey. You'll have to keep us updated.
Lovely. Thank you, Danny. Cheers. Bye.